Kentucky to Pennsylvania. You were young, probably why I don't sense an accent.
Yeah.
Can imagine things have been a little overwhelming.
Yeah, in what way?
Well, I mean the fact that just a week ago, you were just some doctor working with a few medical researchers. Today, it'd be hard to find someone who hasn't heard the name.
Dr. Eli Drexler.
Yeah.
I understand you lost your mother earlier this year.
My condolences. How have you been doing?
I'm better. Yeah. In the beginning, it was a lot of just sorting through her stuff and trying to put the pieces together. But I try to just focus on my work. It doesn't hurt that I have a girlfriend who's there to help me out.
I'm sure it's been difficult. How's your father been taking it?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen my father since I was 6.
I'm sorry to hear that. Did he pass away?
What my mom had told me was that he had left due to mental instability.
Wow. Have you ever heard from him since?
Are these what she told you about?
There is no doubt in my mind that they're from him, okay? She told me she was the only one who knew about them and that he had sent them in the mail to her every year or so.
These are weird, Eli, but honestly, a lot of these things haven't happened.
Yeah, but look at the things that have, okay? This one says that I'm gonna have a job where I help people, okay? And this one says that I'm gonna move to a big city.
Haven't you always wanted to do that?
Look at the date on this. You see that? The date it was written? That was a year before I ever decided I wanted to be a doctor.
The reason your father left was because he could predict the future?
No, my mom told me before she died was that my dad thought that anything he said about my life would actually happen. Whether good or bad, my dad felt that anything he said would actually come true. My father's instability gave him the idea that by actively being a part in my life, he would do something that could endanger me.
How odd. Do you remember anything at all about your father?
I remember the last time I saw him, he gave me a toy.
What kind of toy?
My dad told me that the day that I alone figure it out would be the day that I see him again.
How long have you been working on this, Eli?
For as long as I can remember, whenever I could, whenever I thought about him, I would just sit in my room alone and try and figure it out. To make every piece match. I've gotten so close sometimes, but I just can't seem to get it, you know? It's like I'm not meant to figure it out.
I don't know, Eli. I just don't know. But I love you, and I'm gonna try to help you any way I can. But have you looked at all of these? I mean, what would this even look like?
Well, I honestly hope he's okay and still around, Eli. Because I know if he is, I couldn't imagine how proud he would be to know that his son, while assisting some of the best medical researchers in the world, has essentially just found the cure for cancer.
About your father, Richard Drexler, as we had told your girlfriend several times.
Dr. Drexler, I know they reached out to you here at the clinic after they saw your interview.
He had indeed visited our office.
I wanted to confirm it's true. I had seen your father at that time and had informed him that his infection appeared to be spreading at a very rapid rate.
The doctor at the time gave him a year. That was 7 years ago.
All of us here have the greatest respect for you and what you've accomplished, but I'm sorry to say that he most likely passed away a long time ago.
I thought I recognized you. Saw you in that interview. You've done something pretty incredible, Eli. You put the pieces together, and because of that, your actions will probably go on to benefit the lives of millions. You should be very proud, young man. That was meant to be.
Yeah. Life's got a plan for all of us, right?
No, not all of us. Listen to me. I think some people are just special, Eli. Some people are guided by a plan because they're meant to guide the rest of us into something greater. Anyways, I gotta get going. But I'm glad. I'm glad I could say that I saw you. Keep putting those pieces together, Eli. I can only imagine what you're gonna accomplish next.
Do you remember anything at all about your father?
I remember the last time I saw him, he gave me a toy.
What kind of toy?
It was a Rubik's Cube.
Really? You were 5 years old and...
I think he knew it wouldn't be that simple for me.
Do you think you'll ever see him again?
Honestly, it may be hard for me to explain, but I think I will. I think he's always intended to come back.
Well, when do you think that is? Or will be?
Whenever I'm ready.